Well, hello there, and good evening, YouTube. I'm William Brantley, reporting from South Jackson, Tennessee, ready to share with you today's weather climate summary and give you a forecast for the next few days momentarily. Turned out to be a beautiful sunny day today here in Jackson in West Tennessee. It got nice and warm, but stayed below 90 degrees yet. We may have our first, or second, or third weather, 90-degree high toward the middle of next week. More on that as we go along. Today turned out to be a beautiful day. There is some rain on the radar, but it's west of us, right along the Memphis, Mississippi River area, and over in Arkansas. But the future forecast radar is forecasting the thunderstorms to sort of dissipate as they approach Jackson and wind up with very little, if any, rain. Last time it done that, though, we got a little rain. So who knows in that regard. Most likely we do have a threat of thunderstorms, especially tomorrow morning between about daybreak to about noon, and then kind of ease up to just mainly rain by tomorrow night. More on that as I get to the forecast. The summary for right now for today. By the way, yesterday's May 17th, Friday's climate data. Low was 63 degrees yesterday. Yesterday's high here in Bemis was 87 degrees. And when I did get 2/100 of an inch of rainfall here in the Bemis area, that occurred during the 5 p.m. Hour when an isolated shower moved through the area at that time. I'm up to 3.01 inches for the month of May and 30.43 inches for the year so far. Alright, as of today, for Saturday, May the 18th, as of 5 p.m., the skies were clear here in the Bemis area. The temperature was 85 degrees at 5 p.m. As of 6:13 p.m., it's currently 83 degrees at the moment here in Bemis. The dew point at 5 p.m. was 62 degrees. The humidity was at 46% relative humidity. The winds were out of the south at 12 miles per hour, gusting to 21 miles per hour, and the barometric pressure was 29.86 inches of mercury. Today's low temperature here in Bemis was 65 degrees. Today's high made it up to 87 degrees. No rain so far since midnight. And lowest humidity today was 46% at 5 p.m. And we'll make that 1 through 3 and again at 5 p.m. The highest would be 93% at 12 a.m. Lowest dew point temperature was 61 degrees at 1 and 2 p.m., while the highest would be 66 degrees at 12 a.m. Lowest barometric pressure was 29.86 inches. That occurred at 5 p.m. And actually, I think I left that off just a second ago. The pressure was 29.86 inches at 5 p.m. and it turned out to be the lowest barometric pressure for the day since midnight. Today's highest barometric pressure was 29.98 inches of mercury, and that occurred at 8 through 10 a.m. this morning. Today's highest wind gust was 28 miles per hour out of the south, and that occurred at 1:56 p.m. today. Today's records for May the 18th, hottest high would be 94 degrees in 1962, while the coolest high would be 61 degrees, and that occurred at in weather 2016. The warmest low would be 73 degrees. That occurred in 1962, while the coldest low would be 41 degrees. That occurred in 2009 and 2011. Today's rainfall record would be 2.46 inches. and that occurred in 1983. Alrighty, that covers the basic climate data for the evening. I'll go ahead and show you radar and forecast maps and projection for the possible severe weather right now. I'll go ahead and show you the radar first. It is showing some showers, like I said, to our west, mainly over along the Mississippi River, kind of going through the Memphis area. It's near the river, so I'm hoping it's not messing up their barbecue fest special they have down there in Memphis along Riverside Drive. And it looks like it's just east of the river down there, so hopefully it didn't mess up the celebration down there in Memphis. But if it did, I hope it didn't mess it up too much. Let me branch this radar on out just a little and let you see where the thunderstorms are going on this evening. As you can see, there's a pretty good area of storms over in Arkansas, stretching from Missouri down through Arkansas near Pocahontas, east of Batesville, on down to near Searcy, on down to east of Little Rock. And they're all moving eastward at the moment, but like I mentioned, the future radar is showing this line decreasing as it approaches Jackson overnight. Now that doesn't mean we won't get anything, it just means we're going to get the lighter end of it. So that'll be toward about 3 or 4 o'clock tomorrow morning when we might get a little bit of rain here in the Jackson area. By sunrise until noon seems to be the best chance for us getting any thunderstorms. But that's the way they look at the moment across the area, across Arkansas and the Mid-South area. Let me branch it out one more little time, get a better view of how big of a coverage it is. It's a pretty good area of coverage, especially down there in northeast corner of Texas, moving into Texarkana, I think you call that down there, right along that little town on the Texas-Arkansas border. Raining pretty good down there, raining pretty good near Pine Bluff, Arkansas right now, and just east of Little Rock, like I mentioned, and way on up toward into Missouri, east of Jefferson City and east of Lebanon now, probably moving into the Waller area of Missouri now, and moving eastward. But again, this is projected to weaken as it approaches the Mississippi River overnight and head toward Jackson. Probably redevelop after sunrise tomorrow morning to have our best chance for thunderstorms in our area. All right, now I tell you what, let me look at the storm prediction. Let me look at the radar, the satellite picture real quick. Show you the national view of what the clouds look like across the whole nation this evening in the past 12 hours. As you can see, we're still in the clear at the moment here in Jackson, but it's not going to be too long before it starts clouding up here in the Jackson and West Tennessee area. It'll be mostly cloudy tomorrow. Won't get near as much sunshine tomorrow as we got today. Of course, it won't be quite as warm either. As you can see, the clouds are approaching the Mississippi River now. All right, let's go ahead and look at the storm prediction maps. As of right now, let me see, I want to branch this out a little bit more. This is, the wrong map right here. This is today's projection map right here. Let me see if I can bring this up. I can show it to you. There you go. See it just a little bit better. Let me bring it down up a little bit more. This is the enhanced risk almost up to the Mississippi River, at least up to Memphis, the slight risk, and the enhanced risk in brown there is just west of us. However, I noticed that for tomorrow, it actually goes north of us instead of south of us. Let me show you what I mean. Rather than covering our area, day 2, which is tomorrow, it actually moves north of us. It doesn't move on top of us, it moves to the north of us. And as you can see right here, and we still have a marginal chance for some thunderstorms tomorrow, but that only means very isolated possibility of severe storms tomorrow. I really don't expect hardly any rain tomorrow. Well, I'll rephrase that. Any severe weather tomorrow, especially during the afternoon and evening hours. Most of us is going to be mainly storms during the morning hours and scattered showers during the afternoon hours, but the spotty thunderstorm here and there during the afternoon hours. But the slight whistle for severe weather moves to our north, as you can see, all the way up to Chicago and on over to the New England states. That's where most of the severe weather is going to be tomorrow. It's only a very slight risk around here. Okay, I just thought I'd show you that real quick. What's next? The weather maps? Yeah. This is a current surface map, according to the Weather Channel. Let me get a better view of it here so that I can show you as well. There you see the better looks of the rain over in Arkansas. We just looked at a moment ago. Pretty heavy at this time in western Arkansas when this picture was taken, and a few more over there headed toward West Tennessee, but not quite here yet. There are a few scattered showers over in Middle Tennessee, actually, and East Tennessee as well. That won't be affecting us, but there you see with the other areas of rain and storms around the area this evening, according to this map. And it's scattered around in different parts of the country. Take your pick as to your favorite part there to see. That's the current surface map nationwide. Now let's look at tomorrow's forecast map according to the Weather Channel. Tomorrow morning it has the rain pretty close by then, approaching and crossing the Mississippi River by then, steady to slightly moderate rainfall, moving into West Tennessee, even in here in the Jackson area, especially around daybreak, and it goes north, as you can see, heavier even up north near the Great Lakes, and wider spread up there as well. Little narrow line going through our area and south of us as well. There you see the area where it's going. The darker green indicates the steady to moderate rain, and as you can see, the areas where it's going to be a little heavier than others. And as you see the rain out west there tomorrow morning. Again, this is for Sunday morning. It moves just a little bit for tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon weather. As you can see, as you can see, the midday forecast map shows the rain, a trough going through West Tennessee, and rain a little heavy along the Tennessee River, points east by then, and heavier down the Mississippi. It actually gets heavier up around the Great Lakes, but it seems to be decreasing a little bit up there by midday tomorrow. Now you see the warm front where it's at. The cold front's approaching us, and as you can see the rain there in the western part of the country. Again, this is by midday tomorrow. And by tomorrow night, the rain actually kind of starts letting it up. Matter of fact, I think the percentage goes down to around 50% by tomorrow night. And as you can see, it becomes light. And really in Middle Tennessee more than West Tennessee by then, but all the rain should be gone by midnight tomorrow night. And you see the heaviest is up around the Great Lakes area, and still some scattered in West and Middle Tennessee, but not a lot. And you see the heavier rain out west expected in spots. And that's the map again for tomorrow night. Alright, let's look at the complete, more detailed forecast for Jackson and West Tennessee for the next couple of days or so. Let me angle this so I can read it to you a little bit better. Make a couple of minor adjustments here. Let me see. There we go. It's going to be generally fair skies here in Jackson and most of West Tennessee until around 8-9 p.m. tonight, or at least before midnight, and then it should become mostly cloudy between 9 p.m. to midnight over most of West Tennessee. The sun sets tonight at 7:55 p.m. and rises tomorrow morning at 5:47 a.m. By the way, the full moon phase is complete tonight. We might catch a glimpse of it before it becomes cloudy. The moon rises at 7:52 p.m., a little bit before 8 o'clock p.m., and be setting at 5:51 a.m. tomorrow morning. And speaking of tomorrow, Sunday, is going to be mostly cloudy for the most part, and there's an 80% chance of some scattered showers and thunderstorms tomorrow, mainly during the between sunrise and noon, but not to say it won't happen before then, or even afternoon for that matter, but the main threats during the early morning hours. Then decreasing to 50% chance of only rain by tomorrow night. And the low tomorrow morning should be around 70. High tomorrow, a little cooler, 80 degrees. That's still not too bad though. We'll have southwest winds, a little gusty, at 15 to 25 miles per hour tomorrow for the wind. Again, the sun rises at 5:47 a.m., sets at 7:56 p.m. Hey, we're getting almost 8 o'clock for the sunset. Cool. The moon rises tomorrow evening at 8:56 p.m., 1 hour after the sun sets. How about that? Sunset at 7:56 p.m. and the moon rises at 8:56 p.m. tomorrow evening. How about that? And the moon will be setting at 6:32 a.m. Monday morning. Speaking of Monday, going to be back to fair skies Monday with the low near 63 and a high of 84 with east winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. I'll go ahead and give you Tuesday and Wednesday's forecast. Variable cloudiness on Tuesday till noon, then becoming fair, and about the same thing on Wednesday. Low temperature near 64 Tuesday morning, high of 87 on Tuesday with south winds at 10 to 20. A low of 70 on Wednesday morning, high of 87 on Wednesday afternoon with south winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Thursday, mostly clear, Thursday and Friday, both days. Low of 69 Thursday, a high of 90 on Thursday. We might hit our second time that we've hit 90 degrees this year then. And low of 69 on Friday, high once again of 90 degrees by next Friday, with south to southwest winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour both days. And by the way, it's going to be fair all the way into next weekend at this time. A little early to be positive, but at this time next weekend, which will be Memorial Day weekend, it looks nice, at least here in Jackson. Fair skies all 3 days. I'll go ahead and give you the temperatures. Low next Saturday morning near 70, high of 90. Low of 70, high of 90 next Sunday, May 26th, and Memorial Day itself. Fair skies, low of 71, high of 89, with southwest winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Let's hope that forecast holds up for the Memorial Day weekend, as I know many of you have plans to be outdoors somewhere, at home or somewhere. And I hope it works out for you real good too. But that's a few days away, but it does look pretty good at this point. With the best chances for rain out of the whole entire week is really tomorrow. Tomorrow is it. The highest chance the entire week of precipitation. Oh, so we're finally going into a little bit of a dry spell maybe after tomorrow. Alrighty, that's it for tonight. That's your 7-day forecast at the moment, and hopefully it holds up pretty good. But be a little bit cautious tomorrow, especially tomorrow morning, with the potential for some severe thunderstorms in our general area tomorrow. Just be cautious, and hopefully I'll be able to give you an update tomorrow night as well. Speaking of that, I hope you have a very pleasant evening. Thank you for watching and viewing and subscribing and leaving some nice comments. And I hope to talk to you again real soon. Well, good night and God bless.